D4. Making checkbox data aware with tdbedit. Simple means of making some components data aware. Alternative data aware checkboxes and radio buttons that can be arranged more flexibly. Although more recent versions of Delphi may offer better ways of displaying data-aware collections of checkboxes and radio buttons, I'm still using D4. I have often wished for a data-aware component that a. does not include the beveled box of D4's radio button group, b. can be made to resemble some paper forms more closely, c. permits more flexible arrangement of the items in the group, and d. permits unusual patterns of buttons to be on and off simultaneously. In short, more flexibility. I think this recipe does this, and it also illustrates simple means for making some controls that are not data-aware acquire this capability by cooperating with those that are. The upper and lower rows of checkboxes are represented in the Delphi code below by the classes TCheckboxCollection and TPersonalityCBCollection respectively. Each of these classes is a container for checkbox descriptors and their methods, click, GetValue, and SetValue. Establish the behavior of controls collectively, and arrange to associate their collective value with the associated data-aware control and, hence, with the data store. The upper set of checkboxes behaves much like a set of radio buttons. In contrast, more than one of the set of lower checkboxes can be checked at once, and the reset checkbox can be used to remove the checks from all at once. Your comments welcome. Unit 1, Interface uses Windows, Messages, sysutils, Classes, Graphics, Controls, Forms, Dialogues, DB, stdctrls, Mask, dbctrls, dbtables, extctrls. Type tcheckbox descriptor equals class / hide the default behavior of the checkbox in response / to a click, and simplify manipulation of the encapsulated object private pre-click state, tcheckbox state, function getState, tcheckbox state, procedure setState, state, tcheckbox state, public checkbox, tcheckbox, property state, tcheckbox state read, getState write setState, constructor create, the checkbox, tcheckbox, and TCheckboxCollection equals class / associate a data-aware edit box and its value with a collection / of checkbox descriptors. Default behavior resembles radio buttons checkbox descriptors. T-list, handling click, Boolean, private function find sender, tObject tcheckbox descriptor, function getValue, string, procedure setValue, new value, string, public associated dbedit, tdbedit, constructor create, dbedit. tdbedit, the checkboxes, array of tcheckbox, procedure click, sender, tObject, property value, string read getValue write setValue, and TPersonalityCBCollection equals class, TCheckboxCollection, / derived class which permits more than one checkbox to be checked at / a time, and uses one checkbox for resetting the other's private function getValue, string, procedure setValue, new value, string, public property value, string read getValue write setValue, procedure click, sender. tObject, and, tform1 equals class, tform, table1, ttable, dbedit1, tdbedit, dataSource1, tdataSource, checkbox1, tcheckbox, checkbox2, tcheckbox, checkbox3, tcheckbox, checkbox4, tcheckbox, checkbox5, tcheckbox, checkbox6, tcheckbox, checkbox7, tcheckbox, checkbox8, tcheckbox, checkboxNA, tcheckbox, checkbox9, tcheckbox, checkbox10, tcheckbox, checkbox11, tcheckbox, checkbox12, tcheckbox, checkbox13, tcheckbox, checkbox14, tcheckbox, checkbox15, tcheckbox, checkbox16, tcheckbox, dbNavigator1. tdbNavigator, label 1, tlabel, label 2, tlabel, label 3, tlabel, shape 1, tshape, label 4, tlabel, dbedit 2, tdbedit, procedure form create, sender, tObject, procedure checkbox NA click, sender, tObject, procedure dbedit 1 change, sender, tObject, procedure checkbox 9 click, sender, tObject, procedure dbedit 2 change, sender, tObject, private severity CBS, TCheckboxCollection, personality CBS, TPersonalityCBCollection, public and, var form 1, tform1, implementation $r*.dfm constructor. tcheckboxDescriptor.create, the checkbox, tcheckbox, begin inherited create, checkbox equals the checkbox, / retain the design state of the checkbox pre-click state equals the checkbox dot state, and function tcheckbox descriptor dot get state, tcheckbox state, begin result equals pre-click state, and procedure tcheckbox descriptor dot set state, state, tcheckbox state, begin checkbox dot state equals state, pre-click state equals state, and constructor TCheckboxCollection dot create, dbedit, tdbedit, the checkboxes, array of tcheckbox. var I, integer, begin inherited create, associated dbedit equals dbedit, checkbox descriptors equals tlist dot create, for I equals 0 to high, the checkboxes, do checkbox descriptors dot add, tcheckbox descriptor dot create, the checkboxes I, handling click equals false, and function TCheckboxCollection dot find sender, sender, tObject tcheckbox descriptor, var C, integer, checkbox descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, begin checkbox descriptor equals nil, for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors dot count, 1 do begin checkbox descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot items C, if checkbox descriptor dot checkbox equals sender then break end, result equals checkbox descriptor and procedure tcheckboxcollection dot click, sender, tObject, var click CB descriptor, 1 CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, C, integer, begin if handling click then exit, handling click equals true, click CB descriptor equals find sender, sender, if click CB descriptor dot state equals CB checked then click CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked else begin click CB descriptor dot state equals CB checked, for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors dot count, 1 do begin 1 CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot items C, if 1 CB descriptor click CB descriptor then 1 CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked, and associated dbedit dot data source dot edit, associated dbedit dot text equals value, handling click equals false, and procedure TPersonalityCBCollection dot click, sender, tObject, var click CB, tcheckbox, click CB descriptor, 1 CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, C, integer, begin if handling click then exit, handling click equals true, click CB equals sender as tcheckbox, click CB descriptor equals find sender, sender. If click cb.name equals checkbox 16, then for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors. Count 1 do begin 1 CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot item C 1 CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked, and else case click CB descriptor dot state of CB checked, click CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked, else click CB descriptor dot state equals CB checked, and associated dbedit dot data source dot edit associated dbedit dot text equals value, handling click equals false, and function TPersonalityCBCollection dot GetValue, string, varc, modulo, result as int, integer, 1 CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, begin result as int equals 0, modulo equals 1. For C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors. Count 2 do begin if C0 then modulo equals modulo asterisk 2, 1 CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot items C, if 1 CB descriptor dot checkbox dot state equals CB checked, then result as int equals result as int plus modulo, and result equals int to str, result as int, and function TCheckboxCollection dot GetValue, string, varc, integer, 1 CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, begin for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors. Count 1 do begin 1 CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot items C, if 1 CB descriptor dot checkbox dot state equals CB checked, then begin if 1 CB descriptor dot checkbox dot caption equals n slash a, then result equals 0, else result equals 1 CB descriptor dot checkbox dot caption, break end. Procedure TPersonalityCBCollection dot SetValue, new value, string, varc, modulo, pattern, integer, 1 CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, begin if new value equals then exit, if handling click then exit, handling click equals true, modulo equals 1, pattern equals str to int, new value, for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors. Count 1 do begin if C equals 0 then modulo equals 1, else modulo equals modulo asterisk 2, 1 CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot items C, if pattern and modulo 0 then 1 CB descriptor dot state equals CB checked, else 1 CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked, and handling click equals false, and procedure TCheckboxCollection dot SetValue, new value, string, varc, integer, 1CB descriptor, tcheckbox descriptor, begin if new value equals then exit, if handling click then exit, handling click equals true, for C equals 0 to checkbox descriptors. Count 1 do begin 1CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot item C, 1CB descriptor dot state equals CB unchecked, and C equals str to int, new value, 1CB descriptor equals checkbox descriptors dot item C, 1CB descriptor dot state equals CB checked, handling click equals false, and procedure tform1 dot form create, sender, tObject, begin severity CBS equals TCheckboxCollection, create, dbedit 1, checkbox NA checkbox 1, checkbox 2, checkbox 3, checkbox 4, checkbox 5, checkbox 6, checkbox 7, checkbox 8, personality CBS equals TPersonalityCBCollection dot create, dbedit 2, checkbox 9, checkbox 10, checkbox 11, checkbox 12, checkbox 13, checkbox 14, checkbox 15, checkbox 16, table 1 dot open end, procedure tform1 dot checkbox NA click, sender, tObject, begin severity CBS dot click, sender, and procedure tform1 dot dbedit 1 change, sender, tObject, begin severity CBS dot SetValue, dbedit 1 dot text, and procedure tform1 dot checkbox 9 click, sender, tObject, begin personality CBS dot click, sender, and procedure tform1 dot dbedit 2 change, sender, tObject, begin personality CBS dot SetValue, dbedit 2 dot text, and end.